my cell phone. The little person that was working in the phone store was flirting, and he gave me the last 4 digits spell my name. So I figure if this...
They were doing that with Verizon. My sister's is 848.
Go count us down. There you go.
Okay.
IIFTBP, media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me.
What's up, y'all? Let's try this again. What's going on? It's your boy, Brian Foster. B. Foster's in the building. We are back on the What's in It for the Black People Network. It is the In the Zone show. Every Wednesday, 7 o'clock, we come to you live in studio to talk about a variety of topics. And I got some of my favorite people in the room with me today. Starting on my right, the co-hostess with the mostest, my girl, Gina B. What's happening? Y'all know her from the Chris Critics show.
I'm still in the same chair, but
She is not moved.
different topic. Thank you for having me. It's always lovely to co-host with you, and it's one of my favorite shows. So y'all are in for a fun one tonight.
Last time she hosted, she kicked me out. I had to go in the damn booth. I couldn't
You came in later.
I couldn't even. That's only because we talked for about 3 hours that day.
I know, right? It was fun.
Then I got my girl you all have seen on many an episode. I'm sure many of you follow her on Facebook and her exploits. She tell all her and her kids' business. It's my girl, Jen Lee. What's going on, girl?
Well, because Gina sounds like this,
Here we go.
I said I'm going to sound like this too.
You're not doing it nearly as well.
Oh, damn.
You got to talk in the back of your throat.
Ooh. Back of the throat.
Anyway.
All right. This is definitely going to link into our conversation. And then my man, 50 grand, my frat brother, my guy. My man Cedric Nolan, what's happening, baby?
What's going on, B Foss? How you feeling, man? Thanks for having me, brother.
I mean, I gotta have the sharpest dress. Listen, facts, fellas, ladies. I think I'm one of the better dressed individuals running around this motherfucker. It always makes me feel like I got on a burlap sack. Shit.
You are both very dapper men.
I started to throw a whole fucking tux on today, but
That would have been fun.
that's gonna have to happen one day.
I will rise to the occasion. I will throw on a formal gown.
I love
Oh,
it.
let's
Tell me
go.
one formal day, I'm coming.
That's my thing. I love a good
I
formal.
love a formal gown.
Done and done. We're gonna make sure that happens.
That's for me.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna
New
happen.
Year's Eve in the zone.
we love looking at them too.
Show, dude. You ain't gonna lie to me, Craig.
Baby.
Anyway, we're gonna jump into it, y'all. It is October 6th.
Yep.
It is officially cuffing season.
Yeah.
Now, cuffing season is a relatively new term. I think it only started like maybe a decade ago. But
Really?
yeah, according to Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
Maybe Urban
And
Dictionary.
they are the experts on all these things.
And all
Yes.
things black. So I'm just going to
they are.
assume
Right.
that's what it is.
Right.
So when you hear cuffing season, I'm sorry, that's probably my right. Let me turn that off. Sorry. When you hear cuffing season, what do you think of? Immediately, like, give me the definition. What is cuffing season? A lot of people haven't even heard this term before, come to find out. When I announced we were doing this, they're like, what the fuck is cuffing season? I was like, really?
Really? You didn't know?
Can you play spades? Like, give me a black card. What's happening over here?
Right.
Gina, cuffing season.
Cuffing
Tell 'em.
season is when it begins to get cold out and you want to partner up for your snuggle buddy for the couch when you don't feel like going outside in the cold weather. That is that you cuff them to you
Literally, figuratively, or both?
for the foreseeable future. You're going nowhere.
Going nowhere. And maybe you don't want to.
I mean, don't-
Is this how you all see cuffing season?
I look at more as it in line.
Don't be scared of that mic, Jennifer.
With the TV season. So the good TV shows are starting. I need my TV buddies. But that doesn't mean it's one person.
Okay.
I was gonna talk about
multiple
this.
people.
That's just me.
Okay.
I was going to ask about this. Why does cuffing season have to be just one person?
Is not.
I guess it doesn't have to, but it's like easy when it is. You know,
Is that
there's a lot of confusion, sneaking folks in and out, tracks in the snow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I live in a high rise.
Oh, doorman getting confused.
Right.
doorman know what's
Like,
up?
what's your name? Oh, that's David. You could let him up.
Doorman know what's up.
Okay.
Said, what about you? This sound like the right definition for you?
It does. But I would like to add to what the ladies were saying. It is, a season of, cuffing one towards or with you, as you enjoy, the fall and winter months.
And the indoor sports.
Absolutely. But it's also a winding down of a hot boy or a hot girl spring or summer. Okay.
Now we talking.
You're breaking that momentum.
Yeah. So now instead of, because you can't really party and go out too much during the fall and winter months. So that one or two or three or four, but really just that one that you had your eye on, that you were, talking to during those, spring and summer months. Now it's time to, hey, let's see what we can, make. Let's see what we can do, during these fall and winter months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then see what happens for next year too.
Let's see if she can cook. Is that what you're thinking?
That's absolutely, absolutely.
Can she make mac and cheese for the winter time?
Absolutely, smothered pork chops.
Can he make mac and cheese?
He probably can.
That too.
You probably can.
Yes,
Nothing wrong
that
with that.
too.
Brothers do cook too now.
They do.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh, hey, we cook good. Sometimes we
You cook, said?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you have a cuffing season favorite?
You know what? I think
That's hilarious.
yeah, that is
I
hilarious.
actually do have a cup Stevens favorite.
We're going to you next.
Seafood gumbo. Seafood gumbo is one of my favorites. And because that's a very, I would say, long process to cook gumbo. And if you cook gumbo for somebody, that means you really like it.
You really do like that.
Facts.
You have to, because that's a very laborious.
Yeah, I'm not.
Absolutely.
No, and it's expensive.
And it's expensive.
Like if you make it right.
Absolutely.
Pricey.
Absolutely.
What you
Very
got,
pricey.
Jen? What's
Yeah,
your,
I'm not investing that much money during cuffing season.
Or time.
She's like, I'm
or
making apple
energy.
pie.
Or thoughts.
So mine is more of a chicken tortilla soup.
Okay.
All right.
Tasty, simple, and if I like you, I might make my mama's cornbread. But
See.
I have to really like you to bust out an Ev Lee recipe.
Well,
Shout
see, the
out to
thing
Ev
about
Lee.
cuffing season food is you've got to be careful it doesn't do too much intestinal damage because you can't get away. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
like,
You're right.
I love chili, but I'm not sure that I'd recommend it for a cuffing season meal.
Yeah,
Just saying.
no.
You go to
can't-
another
you
room,
can't
though.
have the
You go to
beans.
another
You
room.
can't. Don't do the beans.
No.
You got to excuse yourself to the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Down the street at McDonald's.
That's
right.
I got to brush. Let me go brush the snow off your car, baby.
Right.
I'll be right back.
I'll
Give me
be
30
back.
minutes.
Right. About you, BFOS, you got what's your family special for this?
I haven't cuffed in so long.
I know, right? Well, you permanently cuff now.
Yeah, right. So zero effort now.
Oh, yeah, I ain't
No.
cooking
But
shit.
isn't it different during the fall and winter where you're now home, you're spending more family time, doing more family things?
Nah, the winter don't slow me down.
You know what?
I'm in
This
these
is
streets.
why I
I'm in
can't
these streets.
stand
It never
him.
did. It never.
I can't stand him.
So you did not did you not cuff like when you were single?
Do you know him?
He said no.
I just wanted to be clear. He said
No.
that he's not slowed down. The streets. He's out in these streets
Never stops.
in the fall and winter.
What Puffy said? Don't stop.
Don't
won't stop.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop.
Can't
baby.
stop. Won't stop.
And that's why Puffy is alone. But I'm just
Well,
saying.
Is he?
Choose to be alone.
that's right. I think Chelsea. I think
I don't
Puffy
know
likes
what
to be
goes
alone.
on with Puffy, so let's not even. I can't speculate.
Right.
All right, so let me give you the cuffing season schedule.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, scouting starts August 1st to August 31st.
that late? Okay,
It's too early.
No. That's
agree.
the,
You
the,
gotta
summer, the
start-
summer's winding down.
Absolutely.
You trying to see what's what.
Absolutely.
You start drafting September 1st through September 30th.
I agree with that.
Tryouts are October 1st through October 31st.
I agree with that too.
All right, so you gotta have a little.
Tryouts.
Yeah, you gotta have a training camp. I gotta see
Absolutely.
what you working
You
with.
got to perform.
You gonna make me some gumbo? Or you gonna make me some tortilla soup? Or you ain't gonna make me shit? We need to see what's happening here.
Absolutely.
Preseason is November 1st through the 30th. Now, I would shorten this. I would say it's November 1st through like the 15th. Because then Thanksgiving's coming around and you got to kind of start figuring that out a little bit. Although you can get away with Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a little easier.
Yeah.
So I'm just, we're going to keep rolling. Cuffing actual season. Season starts December 1st through January 15th.
interesting.
Now, here's the beauty of that start date. I know everybody's like, ooh, here's the beauty of cuffing season start date. All right, it's after Thanksgiving. It's chilly. Now it's getting a little cold. Maybe a little snow is falling.
It's really cold.
But it's so close to Christmas, you're not obligated to buy a present yet.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I was like, God, that gets close to
see
Christmas.
that.
So
But you
what's
just
your
started like
obligation?
that.
3 weeks in.
Yeah.
Maybe a little
First of all,
token gift.
We're not buying gifts and cuffing. There's no gifts and cuffing.
Like, I am the gift and cuffing, motherfucker.
That's
I'm
true.
the gift, bitch.
That's true. But I might give you a little token something or another.
Yeah, you should.
A little token something or another. I
That's
appreciate you letting me cuff you.
Right.
But nothing big, nothing extravagant.
And vice versa.
Now, here's the sketchy part of the schedule. New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
How do we handle that?
See. That's where, things get real murky
It's
around
so
New Year's
murky.
Eve.
That's why I always travel around New Year's Eve.
So you can shed all of your cuffing partners. I think we've established that you like more than one. So you need to get out of town.
I am leaving town.
Are you leaving with someone?
No.
Oh, you doing a solo
This
mission
year I'm going to Peru
by yourself?
with some girlfriends.
Okay. I don't mean to get
Yeah,
on your
so I'm
business.
not. Like,
I do.
New Year's
Tell me
Eve.
all that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
that's the way-
skedaddle to avoid the
Like, I'm
problems.
not about to. No.
Okay.
All right. Said, how would you handle this?
You gotta make a decision. Hey, we gotta make a decision on which one you want to spend New Year's with.
And what do you tell the others?
Tell them the truth.
Well, I'm finding myself this year on New Year's Eve.
Absolutely. Because here's the deal.
I'm at church with my mama. on
If
New
you
Year's.
have
I've had that one used on me before. I go to church with my mama.
Then I got to make
I've
sure we're
heard
not
that
going to wind
one
up at the same
before.
party.
right. Exactly.
Look,
Exactly.
I've heard all of that. Okay, so
Gina,
I
how
used
you
to-
handling that?
Well, this is interesting. So I have a story that would be, and this is how I hooked up with my fiance. Okay, so
I love this already.
All right.
I met my fiance a lot of years ago on October 1st, right? And we did not start dating for a while. And I think we almost consider Thanksgiving our real anniversary, right? Because that's when we hooked up. We just hung out and really started dating, right? And then I was thinking, okay, we're close enough to Christmas. Who knows what's going to happen? And he told me, oh, my family's coming in town for Christmas. And I said, okay, well, I'll see you when your family leaves town. And he said, oh, no, you're coming with me. And I was like, I am? So it was the weirdest. Like, we've been dating for 4 weeks. And I go, and his mother came in town, his brothers. I mean, it was crazy. And so he's like, no, you're coming with me, right?
Hashtag no.
You're the chosen one.
I tried.
Yes.
And so it was so funny because his mother I loved immediately because she immediately gave me a glass of wine. She was, oh, would you like a glass of wine? I'm like, I like you. And because I needed one, because the whole family was looking at me like,
No.
because he was not accustomed
If
to showing
my
up with
brother would
people
have showed up with a broad at a holiday,
abroad.
I would have been like,
Oh, wow.
who this?
Well, his sister-in-law, who is normally a quiet person, his brother said, oh, she has a question for you. And I was like, and what might that be? And she says, so are you and Lee exclusive? And I said,
Oh.
did you ask him that question?
Right. I might be the wrong one to ask.
I was
Yes,
like,
sir.
what did he say? Because I was,
Use that voice.
I was like, well,
That's the only voice she has.
at this point now I'm 3 glasses in, right? Because I'm sucking back the wine. So I'm like, I that's funny. I'm glad that you asked that question. So it was hilarious, very uncomfortable, but retrospectively very a good story now. Yeah. So now 12 years later. Yeah. But so we didn't do the whole like separation. We just kind of solidified it and kept it moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That is interesting.
that can happen during cuffing
Sure.
season. It
Well, we
can.
got a whole
can.
we have a whole conversation about the possibilities of cuffing season turning into more.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. So all right. So that what's that? The whole cuffing season. It's supposed to be December 1st through January 15th.
Right.
That New Year's is sketchy, but we'll anyway.
Now I have let people go previous to him who just decided like, oh, to ghost on New Year's Eve. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, I know what this is.
We done.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. The playoffs are January 16th through February 13th.
Okay.
Championship game, Valentine's Day.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Snap.
So that's the cuffing season schedule.
Yeah.
Because you got to make decisions maybe you can skirt around Thanksgiving, maybe you can dance around Christmas and New Year's because it's still kind of early. by Valentine's Day,
You gotta make a decision.
decisions have to be conversations or decisions need to be made.
Thinking about this all wrong.
Tell me what I'm.
That is
Tell me what
not
I'm thinking about.
Cuffing season is
I
about.
know what it's not supposed to be about, but I'm telling you how it goes down.
Right.
Not how it goes.
Tell me how it goes down.
Okay,
Future.
Jen.
So cuffing season is really just us trying to entertain ourselves through
That's
the
what it's
dreadful
supposed to be.
winter.
Agreed.
I am not auditioning you for a Valentine's Day date or New Year's Eve date. Literally by the Super Bowl, I might be done. So these, like, I don't understand this whole, like, it can go, like, no.
If you like the person, though. And what if
Yeah, you might like him.
You don't think,
and you might like him. So what?
but you don't. Okay, so irrespective of whether or not you like him,
Yes.
you're still pretty much going to pitch him before Valentine's Day.
No, I might keep him, but I
Okay.
might also keep him.
I
That's
see.
my point. Is
I
that the it's not really an audition for Valentine's Day or for something serious. It really is just because it's wintertime and I'm bored.
You buying your time, huh?
Till the summer. When it's a hot girl
Hot-
summer
hot
all
girl
over
summer come
again.
around.
It's funny you say that. So I got a few, articles I've read and did some highlighting. It says, one study says that 65% of women and 45% of men reported wishing their hookup would become a committed relationship.
Okay.
So I know you say they're saying women outnumber men, but only 65%. So you in that 35%,
Right.
Jen. It's like
Yeah, you're like, I
this
don't
just a
care.
thing
It's just a thing.
Hmm.
It's just a thing.
Interesting.
It's just a thing until it's not.
until it's not.
It's not.
So I had a Super Bowl hookup, which
Just Super Bowl.
falls out of the
Just for the Super
range.
Bowl.
Well, I met him during the Super Bowl, so it falls out of the range of whatever you want to call it. That turned into a boyfriend, and by March Madness, which is what the first weekend in April, I was like, oh my God, I can't go into the summer with this shit. This nigga gotta go.
You are so
Well,
funny.
that's
He
part of the
has
cuffing
got
season, right?
to
It's audition
go.
season.
It is.
Thank you.
So he
But
wasn't.
no.
Was he not ready for prime time?
I did not. I was not ready. And he was like, marry me. And I was like,
Oh, he
whoa.
went all the way there in a month.
So
okay.
he liked you more than you liked him.
Yeah, I would say.
I think that went a little far. Marry me.
it did.
Yeah, but see, here's the deal, though. He might have really liked her, and he found somebody that he really
Really
wanted to
liked.
be with. I mean, sometimes, we all think that brothers really don't, try to or want to be in relationships, but we really do. And we're
Some.
trying to
Let's say
find some, but we're trying to find the right fit, for us. So that cuffing season is that time that we, look for the ones that we want to be with for long term. It's just not a season, and then you go to hot boy, hot girl, spring and summer, then go through another cuffing season. No, we're not trying to do that. We're actually just
How
trying to
come
find
we just
somebody.
can't even go through another cuffing season together? Like, why do we have
mean,
to change the dynamics of our relationship?
So because that's what time does.
Yeah, that's kind of the nature of the beast, isn't it?
No.
So Jen Harris, what you're saying is we go through cuffing season, April hits, we kind of do our own thing, and then maybe we come back together in October.
we can
still hang out.
we can
We just keep the
still-
cuffing rules in the
Yeah,
summer.
we just
Okay.
keep our cuffing rules
Okay, well,
during the summer.
Okay.
That's cool.
I can live with that
I can
too.
live with
That's
that.
cool.
That's cool. Nothing wrong
If
with
that's
that.
this is the very conversation we had last week, and we all land on this whenever we have these relationship conversations. I feel like as long as this is what's communicated and everybody's on the same page with it,
Yep.
cool.
We're all adults.
We're
Absolutely.
all I don't know about all of us. We're all of age.
We're all
I'll say
supposed
that.
to be. Right, exactly. We're all
Absolutely.
That's the best way to put it.
That's a great
Absolutely.
way to put it.
So, what are some of the signs? Because I don't know. Again, a lot of people didn't even know this was a thing. So, what are the signs that you're getting cuffed? Say it. Because we get cuffed too, right?
Yeah, we
Obviously.
do. We do.
So, what are some of the signs? If you feel, I think I'm getting cuffed.
Well, wanting to spend more time than usual with me. Going to family outings because that's a thing. That's serious. When you bring
Yeah.
someone to your family, hold.
It is.
That's some serious stuff.
It is.
Conversation becomes different. It's not more so I or you. It's What are we going to do this weekend?
Get real French.
Yeah, when are we going? Let's go out of town. Let's take a trip somewhere. So that language changes. So when those three things, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm thinking that this one she's trying to cuff me, and I might say, hey, I'm trying to cuff her back. So now we cuffing each other.
Dual cuffs.
Dual cuffs. I think it's when okay. So in the summer months, you might be the after party. But during cuffing season, you're the event.
You're the event. I like
Right.
that. Absolutely.
And so
I like
there's
that.
a little more nesting that's going on.
Absolutely.
In the cuffing season.
Absolutely.
Like, come over.
Yeah.
Let's watch TV. Let's watch movies. Let's do things that are just kind of, cozy and coupley.
Absolutely.
And, and when it's hot girl summertime, it's like, all right, me and my girl's going to this party. I'll see you at midnight, whatever. But now it's like, okay, let's spend an evening. Yeah. That might be the indication that you're getting cuffed.
Absolutely. Agreed.
I think I like being the after party. Jen?
So, I had a guy I called him a Corona Bay, trying to cuff me up. I ran as fast as I could. So I don't.
You didn't want to quarantine Bay?
No, I didn't want to quarantine Bay. He was like, wanting to come over. I had gotten used to being alone or wanting to see you when I want to see you. I'm that girl.
Control.
And whatever you want to call it.
No, that's nothing wrong with. That's not a derogatory statement.
But I will tell you that you will be surprised the amount of men who have problems with that. That a woman who wants to see you when she wants to see you.
They're not really used to it.
And they're like, I just had a man tell me last week, well, you're 50. Like, don't you want to be my wife? No, I don't.
Just tell him, I don't recognize the signs of a stroke, so I can't.
That's not.
Some of these dudes
That's
get
not
old.
nice.
Well, okay. Am I here to be nice?
Absolutely not. Say that shit again.
No, I find that a lot of guys, they want to run around and they want to make life their hot boy summer. And then all of a sudden they want to settle down when it's time to find someone who can make sure they don't have a heart attack in their sleep or something without paramedics. I mean, it's like,
I'm like, I just bought a Porsche. Leave me alone.
Right.
She said they want to make. Hold on, this is another gem from Gina, by the way. I'm picking up on this shit. She said they want to make. They want to make their life hot boy summer. Their whole life is hot boy summer.
Whole life.
Until you can't do hot boy summer no more.
Right.
Until we got
jokingly
high
say
blood
until
pressure
that-
boy summer.
That erectile dysfunction kicks in.
Right. ED summer.
Now you like, come on over here, girl. I love you.
Right.
No.
Shit.
So wrong.
And yes, so right.
Yes, so right.
And yes, so
But
right.
true.
Yeah.
Well, my girl, no, who was that? Deion Cole said, what's her name from Blackish? The grandmother was like, you only got so many summers.
Right.
You only got
got
so many.
25 summers left.
Exactly.
Right.
So true.
This is hilarious. Me and Shane was having this conversation last week. We were talking about, so we're going to Vegas this weekend. And we were like, what are we going to do? I was like, man, I don't know. He's like, hey, listen. We only got like maybe 5 more of these trips in us.
Let's make the most of it.
Don't say that.
Let's go crazy. I was like,
Make the most.
you right. Let's do it.
Well, let's not go so crazy that you only have one more of those trips in you.
Facts.
You know?
Big facts.
I need to be able to go.
Everyone got to be
But
careful.
first, it is still a pandemic.
It is.
Well, absolutely.
And then that's not the only thing that'll take you down. You know what I mean? Like, everyone acts like COVID is the worst. It's like, well, I mean, it's bad, but
Yeah.
there's still other things.
Some other things out there.
Yeah.
Right.
AIDS. Oh, anyway.
Right.
Oh my God.
No, you all hit on a lot of these. Again, I've done a little reading, a little research. So here's a couple of things that'll indicate you're getting cuffed. There's a sense of urgency to meet.
Okay.
Let's be honest, non-cuffers are willing to wait it out. Dating apps, matches, all that's weeks before they decide if you all should hook up.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden there's let's hook up tonight. Let's hook up tomorrow. Let's hook up. Can we do coffee? Let's do it quick. Somebody's trying to get at you.
Okay. Yeah.
They are making holiday plans as a couple on the first few dates.
Oh. Hey, hold
Because
on.
remember, I gave you the schedule of when cuffing season
Yeah.
is.
See?
So it's around holiday time.
Yeah.
So they are already making family plans. They made plans with you regularly, but nothing in the spring or beyond March.
You can't say things like, "Oh, so this summer we can go camping." It's like,
Wait, that's right. That's
Hold
right.
up.
Hold up.
Hold on. Your expiration date is April, homeboy.
Wow.
Madness.
That's right.
When that Final Four happens.
So when the Final Four happens in April, count it out.
Right.
Gina touched on this. They want to watch movies, stay in, and cuddle,
Yeah.
but nothing else.
Nesting.
Getting out the house, probably not so much.
You got the come over guy.
Got to come over, guy.
Yeah.
All of their friends are in relationships.
That is a telltale sign.
Nobody wants to be that one person alone, but all they people got people.
Right.
So now they pressed on
Now
you.
you're the person,
Now you're their
Right.
person.
whether you want to be or not.
All of a sudden, they're leaving a toothbrush, a sweatshirt, pair of shoes over at your place.
They're all up in your drawers.
After the
And I don't
first
mean
few
your
days.
drawers.
Nah, not your drawers and your drawers.
Right.
That's a problem.
That is a for real
And I've,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yes, leaving shit at my. I had a whole little laundry basket that I called the lost and found. After somebody would leave, I would scour the crib, make sure there was no fucking scrunchies, fucking loose pantyhose, a bra, whatever.
None of that.
We like to hide shit.
Nah, all that. Nope.
You know what the telltale sign is? And this is where men forget. The extra washcloth hanging up in the bathroom. Who used that washcloth?
all them joints coming down. All the guest towels coming down. The bathroom is a completely new setup. All the sheets changed.
See, but there's going to be one hair.
One.
No, men, they're not
DNA.
doing all that, Brian. You might do that, but most men are
Right.
not doing
There's going to be one
I cannot
hair.
That one hair. My mama come by.
I
Damn.
got a 12-inch long hair.
And you know
Who
it's
been in
weave.
here?
You know it's weave.
Yeah,
Your
right.
mama ain't got no weave, Brian.
I bought her a wig and she was trying it on.
Right.
Cause she got cancer. She losing her hair. Why you judging me?
My sister, my cousin.
That's right.
I got
Anybody.
sister, I got auntie.
I got all types of people come over here.
Well, your auntie's in your bed? That's where the hair was. Just saying.
Yeah, they said they wanted to test that new
Okay, see.
Posturepedic.
Absolutely.
They got a bad back.
They watching TV.
They was watching TV.
This is why I treat men the way they treat me.
Here's the last one though. The friend you've had for years suddenly confesses their undying love for you.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
always thought you were kind of sexy. Show it.
Exactly. I've always liked you, but
I've
you
always-
were always in a relationship.
Uh-huh. I think that you've heard this tune before. I think Jen's heard a lot of these.
I think so.
Look, I think
And
so.
she's
too.
very experienced cover.
I think she said a lot of these as well.
I think she has too. It's not you, it's me.
right.
I'm just not ready.
Yeah. I'm just not that into you.
I'm still getting over my divorce. Bitch, that was 10 years ago.
Right. But it was a bad one.
But it's been horrible.
Yeah.
PTSD.
Right.
Just selfish right now.
I'm just going to therapy.
I've been through a lot.
That's the best way to scare a dude. I'm going to therapy about it.
No, we say I'm going through therapy as well.
Yeah.
So let's go to therapy.
Let's do it.
together.
Let's go to couples therapy.
Both of us can't be crazy.
That's right, both of us can't be off. Somebody got to be the balance here. Somebody got to be the balance.
Right.
Let me ask y'all this. Is cuffing season regional?
Maybe.
No.
So I'm hearing
Maybe.
no, but
Maybe.
I don't know.
why are you
I don't
cuffing in
think-
LA in December?
Why
It's
you
70
cuffing-
degrees.
No one's cuffing in Miami. I promise you. That's not happening.
But
down
my
there.
boys say they are.
They're cuffing in
Because
Miami?
you still have the holiday thing going on. You
Yeah.
still have, maybe you want that Super Bowl or New Year's Eve date. I mean, you still have that thing going on.
Yeah.
The winter is still the slower time, even if it's 70
Yeah, but
degrees
it's,
in LA.
something's always popping off. Like, yeah, I think it depends on the place, right? If you said, what do you?
I just think it depends on the person. Like I said before, I mean,
If you're a cuffer.
one does want to be in a relationship with another. So that's just a
Cedric,
season.
Have you lived in Chicago? These
heart wants what the
motherfuckers
heart-
don't want to be in a relationship.
Well, you know what?
Let me tell
I
you.
disagree.
as
That's
a-
so.
as
That
a
is
serious-
so.
And by these
Oh my
motherfuckers, she
God,
means
Tony, I'm
herself.
sorry. Tony, if you're watching, I am so sorry. I thought I was gonna get a different thing out of her
Oh,
today.
you know what
Yeah.
they do? They do. They just. They,
Now go ahead,
they
Jennifer.
Love,
Speak your truth.
They don't.
All of my
want-
boys are married, so most of my boys. So you
Okay,
cannot
so
tell
yes.
me that.
So
lot
at
of my
some
guys.
point they want to be in a relationship, but I would say that traditionally a man that is still single, let's say at 50 years old, he's likely divorced, right? Like me. He's not rushing to get re-cuffed, re-hooked up
Well,
with some chick.
Okay.
I don't know.
I can understand
You
that.
were crazy.
I don't know about that. Okay, so the only thing I'll say, okay, so if a man's 50 and he's divorced, there's a chance that he could have enjoyed the construct of marriage without enjoying the person he was married to. So some of those men do want to get married again. Now, the ones you need to...
They want to get married again right away.
Well, you never know, because some of them miss that whole. They find a void, like who's dealing with their food. They miss the cadence of marriage, even if they were married to the wrong person in a lot of cases.
What they at? Gina.
I know a few of them
Gina,
that were just
where they
like.
at?
But now the ones
out
that you
there.
need to watch out for are the ones that have managed to get to 50 and have never been married.
Cedric.
Like those.
I'm not 50.
Cedric.
So fuck you.
Cedric, is
I'm
that
not
you?
50. No.
No, but I mean those are the ones that, like, okay, the question becomes whether or not a commitment is even anything they want. Is
Absolutely.
it anything that they can do? Is it anything that they, because if you're a pretty nice guy, right? Nice, good-looking guy, well-dressed, blah, 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 Cedric. And you've got...
But what they will tell
and
you
you've gotten to a certain
is-
age without being married. It's like, how'd you escape that? Because...
They will say,
Pretty
and I've
easy.
seen this on Facebook a million times a day, what's the benefit of being married? A marriage benefits a woman more than a man. And I'm like,
Nope,
Negro,
not at all.
there's so many broke
men
men
say
out
that?
here, number one.
Hell
And
no.
number two, the life expectancy of a married man is longer than that of a single man. So not only are you increasing your income, broke niggas, but you're also increasing your life expectancy, sick niggas.
Well, I will say this. Yes, that
Wow.
Jesus Christ, she just threw haymakers at some of y'all.
the broke and the sick. Y'all don't stand a chance up in here.
I know. I will say this for the broke side of that. You're right. Like building together and having that dual income for some cats should be a.
Or having the support, like even if it's not dual income, I find that a lot of guys do better when they have the support of, now depending on who
Absolutely.
they hook up with. They hook up with the chicken head, I don't know how to help you. But if you hook up with a smart woman,
When you got the right person
when
pushing.
you have the right
That's
person,
the thing. You gotta have
and
the
they
right
are
person.
behind you and they're validating and they're helping and they're doing all
That's right.
that,
That's
then
right.
your earning potential will increase.
Agreed.
Right?
Right.
I feel that marriage benefits men more than women because we go from taking care of one person to taking care of two people.
Hallelujah.
You know?
Hallelujah.
I can't argue this. To be frank,
Yeah.
the only way it benefits you more is in social situations. Because now your auntie ain't asking you when you're gonna get married. Now you
Right.
got a date for office parties, shit like that.
Exactly.
Like all superficial, stupid shit. But when it comes down to the meat and the draws of it, we really benefit more.
You do.
We do. The only thing we
All
really
day.
give up is side pussy.
And most
And
of
that's
you
not
don't
always
give up
what,
that.
And a lot of them don't give up that, and a lot of that's not cracked up. It's not what it's cracked up to
They
be
don't give
anyway.
that up.
Funny.
Hashtag they don't leave it alone.
Right.
.com. Yeah.
We not talking about black men though, right? Because black men don't cheat.
Right. Well.
Okay.
Okay.
We talking about others.
But when
others.
you look,
Black men don't cheat.
black
men
women,
don't
go
cheat.
get y'all a side boo.
Okay.
I
Oh.
will neither. I can't co-sign that, but
Yeah,
I will not
like-
fight it either.
What
Here's
kind
the
of-
other thing.
Try your luck.
Try your luck. See what happens. Here's the other thing about that. The health thing, though, right? So we do live longer. As married men do live longer, right? But that's because you won't let us fucking die in peace.
No, that's because I'm saying, Brian, have you had your colonoscopy? Brian, did you go get your physical? Brian, you didn't sound good last night when you were breathing.
Brian,
Right.
don't go out with your friends and have a drink or a cigar. Sit here and watch Real Housewives with me and die a slow, agonizing death.
Listen, I'm just trying to keep you healthy.
No,
Let me
agreed.
check your blood pressure.
No, you're right. No. You all do.
Well, it depends on who out parties who. Like in my
depends on
household,
who-
there's a
yeah.
question of who wants to be out more than whom. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I think that
I might out party
that
my
I
fiance.
out party a lot of men, except
Yeah.
for Brian Foster. He always out parties me. But in the typical situation, I out party most men.
That's because I usually make it a couple of dollars when I do it. That's the benefit in it for me.
Yeah, that's why, I'm the child of a musician. So therefore, we have special.
That's right. You
We,
got
we are something special.
you got mutant genes.
We
You
have like a hollow
Wolverine.
legs where we put all of our liquor. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
All right, so we got completely off.
We did.
the
Sorry.
top. So that's all right. No. We on topic, but off this question. So we're saying that it's not regional or it is regional.
No, I don't think
I'm
it
not
is.
going to say that it's regional because I do feel that most women come around September are like, okay, I'm done bullshitting. Let me try to find me a boo for the winter. I don't know if most men are. I just know that most of my lady friends are like, okay, for real, I'm about to try to be booed up.
Nah,
I'm not convinced.
we'll brush the car off. and shovel out a whole fucking block to get to some booty.
Booty is motivating.
Some new booty, especially.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's universal though. It's just like it goes back to my point. Yeah, it's called cuffing season, but one still wants to be with somebody. You said like your girl said, let me stop. I had a good summer, a great summer. Let me try to settle down. Well, you know what? Brothers say the same thing. It's like, hey, I'm tired of going to these doggone parties every day.
No, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? I want to, go somewhere with someone that I like instead of going out. Because trust me, dating is very expensive. Okay, going out and meeting women on a consistent basis and trying to get their attention and trying to see what's up with them, that's extremely expensive. So for brother, like, hey, hold on, man. Especially when you get at a certain age, like, hey, hold on, I gotta narrow this shit down. I can't do 10 no more. I gotta do 2 or 3, and that's it. And then after 2 or 3, I'm picking one. And that's what it's gonna be.
See, I think there's a difference between like the heart wants what the heart wants, right? Like, so you get to a point where you're tired of all this and you're just sick of it, and that's just where you are in life to cuffing season, right? So
that's true.
I think there's, when you're ready to cuff, then cuffing season could be July.
It could be.
It doesn't matter when it is.
Absolutely.
But if we're talking about the traditional cuffing season, I think that is precipitated by colder weather. And so, I've spent winters in Miami, right? So I've seen where people don't slow that shit down. Like if they are all about their hot girl summer, hot boy summer, that is going to continue because there's no shortage of people that are out. Like you can still go out and see people. Like the thing about Chicago in the wintertime is that when it's below 0, we are hard pressed to be out partying unless it's, unless you're Brian Foster. Unless you're that person.
Below 0.
Below 0.
That sound like a theme for a party.
Right. That sounds like a challenge. But
the 06 party.
Right. And then, in Chicago, when it's cold out, no one's wearing any revealing clothing. No one's, you know what I mean? So therefore, maybe that's not as much fun to you visually, right? But
I see peep toes in some. Peep
toes.
So I see some peep toes in the winter. But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, the thigh high boots are real. Okay, let's be clear. I'm a boot person, so I'm like, boots are dope in the winter.
Boots are made for walking.
These boots are made for street walking.
And that's just what they'll do.
Yeah, but it's cold as hell.
But it's cold, and so would you rather be out looking for a prospect, or would you rather be in with the one that you handpicked when it was warm? It just depends. So
this leads to my next question.
Yes,
Gina, and this is why I have Gina on the show, because she sets me up. So is cuffing season a selfish act, or is it simply a springboard to a long-standing relationship?
Well, it depends on who you ask, Jen.
Y'all literally just met her tonight.
And she already knows yo black
I peeped
ass.
your card, girl. It's cool though.
You got your big joker right here on your forehead. Right here.
Damn.
So I mean, obviously this is a loaded question. It could be either or, right? But do you let's start at the beginning. Do you find cuffing season, do you feel it's selfish? Is it a selfish thing?
Well, isn't it all selfish?
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, all of you're looking for someone to fulfill your needs. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to be like not thoughtful and selfish in return. But I mean, realistically, what it begins with is that this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for.
Right.
So hopefully you.
So are you using the one you're cuffing? I guess is kind of the
yes.
Probably. Hopefully they're using you too. I mean,
everybody.
We hope we're on the same page with the using.
Exactly.
We're all benefiting.
just use each other.
We're all benefiting.
Here's the worst piece I can only imagine. I've not really been a cuffer, but here's the worst piece. When you choose wrong with who you cuff,
Oh yeah. They gotta go.
that's rough.
Yep.
That's a rough piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Because one, now you got to figure out how to get rid of these mugs,
Dude.
and now it's January, and like you said, it's 5 degrees, and you're like, shit, I got to go to Norm's. Figure out some new shit.
I gotta go shake my ass.
I guess somewhere.
Right.
They hope somebody that's not creepy is there.
Who doesn't
Right.
have people on the periphery? This is what I want to know.
Well, I think also true. Who doesn't have a bench?
Right.
And
I did for a long time.
and who and I, again, I've never been on these. This is you all have heard on many a show because I'm old and whatever. But dating apps, I got you can swipe left and right in the crib, and I'm sure if you could order some dick just like you could order some pizza. That shit,
but see,
DoorDash
that's
don't
creepy
stop.
too.
Yeah, no.
No, see those dating apps.
So
though.
yeah, I play around with dating apps in the wintertime, and I think that it's a great tool to meet people that I would not encounter normally. So I tell my friends like transplants, blue collar dudes, like where am I going to meet them in my normal life? So
Don't you go to dating game on Sundays?
no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
So it's a
Take
great
care of all that there.
opportunity for me to meet people that are not normally in my circle, but I've never like successfully dated somebody from the dating app. Like it never amounts to anything. But I'd say it keeps me busy during the wintertime.
I mean, it is an interesting preoccupation, right? Like if you want to kill a couple of hours, just keep swiping. But
Right.
I have sat with friends before because I've been with my fiance longer than, Tinder has been around, right? Or any of those other ones. And looking over her shoulder, helping her swipe, right? I'm just like, this is, fun for me, right? Like, ooh, not him.
Oh, wow.
But it feels like it's a microcosm of the club because I recognize far too many of those people. I saw
Oh,
him.
my God.
He's the creepy one in the corner.
Right.
I know that nigga.
And that's why you have to go to kind of the higher quality ones. Because if you go to, what's the lower one? I think Bumble, that's where you're going to see the dudes from the Family Den or
Really?
the date. You're going to see everybody.
Bumble was better.
I thought Bumble was better too. Little do we know. See, that's why we gotta have these conversations.
Bumble is going to be all your homies.
But isn't Bumble more? Isn't it more suited for women? Like
It
women
is.
choose, right?
But because of that, every man you know is on there. Literally.
I've seen some of them,
Me too.
and I was
that's why
like, you wouldn't date him if you knew him in
delete,
person. So
right.
say no to that,
delete.
like all that.
delete.
Yeah.
Well, another date. There's a couple of dating apps: Facebook, Instagram.
Oh God.
It's a whole lot.
Oh, more people meet through Instagram than you think.
Instagram has a dating app?
No,
But I'm just saying.
No.
people.
Oh,
slide in
okay.
and
Social
DMs
media-
stuff.
social media is-
Oh, I got you.
You
Because
know.
Facebook has a dating app. That's
yeah,
why.
but
That's
you
what-
go
yeah.
to the DMs. I mean, I've had 3 Facebook boyfriends, men that I met on Facebook that I actually dated.
Hey, one of our guys. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm really not gonna say a name this time. Usually I say that and I say a name. But one of
my friends,
one of our boys,
Yeah.
he been on several of these shows. He is the Facebook DM king. That boy
How you doing?
stay in the DM. And you know who I'm talking about.
Wow.
What up, bro? And that's love. I can shoot your shot, homie.
Right.
You
Shoot it.
single?
Shoot it.
Right.
Right.
I mean, my daughter says that her generation only meets men because they post a cute picture and then the guy sends something on an Instagram DM. So
That's how they meet.
This shit
That's
is
how
weird.
they
I was
meet.
telling my son is younger than your daughter, and he was like, oh yeah, I was at this picnic and blah blah. I met this little shorty. I'm like, oh cool, you got a number? He was like, number. He's like, nah, I got a Instagram
It's like
account.
number.
That's the thing now.
I'm like, so
Numbers.
I said, so what? You getting a? He's like, how we DM? I'm like, why don't you just get a phone number and text or call? He's like, he just looked at me like I had 3
What are you,
heads.
old?
Different age, man.
right.
I'm like, it just seems easier, but okay, whatever, whatever.
Facebook is very effective for dating.
I can only imagine.
Well, and then you feel like you have a connection to the person.
Yeah,
So, because
but
you usually
until
can't.
they start looking at like who's commenting on your pages.
Oh, well.
That's
or-
creepy now.
That's a whole
That's the
different.
problem
Yeah,
I've
that's
had
the
with my
issue.
Yeah,
Facebook
come on,
boyfriends.
that's
Like,
the issue.
why did he like your picture? Who is that?
Oh, we just talked about this yesterday.
It's too much.
Wow.
That gets to be a bit much.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Like, do we need to unfriend each other? Is
Yes.
this okay?
you
Like,
do.
when we started, we were just homies.
You can just restrict. So there's ways that you can set up.
I know, but I didn't think you don't think that you need to do this. Like,
Set yourself up for success.
I was me and my girl Keisha were having this conversation live yesterday, and I was saying, that you can set up your account to
You sure
block,
can.
whatever you want to do. I said, but she was saying that social media destroys relationships, and I said, no, people destroy relationships.
Exactly.
Social media might be the tool, quote unquote. I said, but if your significant other's coming to you talking about why that motherfucker liking your pictures, who that all in your pictures, why he always got comments for everything, then y'all got other issues.
Right.
It ain't social
Right.
media.
It's not. It's you.
Something else.
The only time that my fiance's ever had to step in on my Facebook, like he doesn't ever pay attention to that. But there was a couple people that were a little creepier than they should have been, and he was just like, "Don't make me have to show up in person like that. Like, stop." You know what I mean?
Right.
But he really, honestly, he should have, because there were two people that were a little
But if
creepy.
you
as
cross a
hell.
line,
Yeah, they crossed.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's like, whatever. Like, it's
Right.
And I
he don't care.
So I told my son this shit the other day too. I said, if you got a girl, because he's Devin, what's up? If you're watching this,
Sorry, Devin.
Love you.
I'm so
Devin.
sorry that he's telling your business.
it doesn't matter. He ain't watching. He only watches the shit he on. If if you got a girlfriend and ain't nobody, because he got a new girlfriend,
Okay.
cutie pie,
Okay.
cutie pie. He's like, and we was talking, and he was like, I don't know, Dad. She gets so much attention. I don't know how I'm gonna handle that. But I was like, let me tell you something, son. If you got a girl and ain't nobody checking for your girl, you got the wrong fucking girl.
Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Period, as a kid said.
Period.
So yeah, you better go ahead. And I said, don't worry about it. She chose you.
Exactly.
Let all these other cats shoot their shot. All that's gonna do is solidify your position, because most of them, 95% of them are goofies anyway.
Exactly.
Now you got to watch that
Fair
5%.
point.
I promise you.
But also, most women get attention.
Right. And
Like,
I
I
told
don't
a
think
dude
it
once, I said,
matters.
if you don't want men to look at me, I'm not ugly. So go date an ugly chick.
Right.
They gonna
But
look
let me
at
be
that too.
clear. Even the ones that you consider to be empirically ugly, like, they're getting play. Like, so it's women just having the almighty vagina
Right.
gives you, you know,
Exactly.
someone will be trying to get up in that motherfucker. Like, it's just, it's, you know what I mean? It's not.
exactly.
So there's no such thing as a woman that you can just sequester and call your own. Everyone's getting something.
Truth.
Big facts.
So, yeah.
Truth. So we're saying cuffing someone's not using somebody because we're using each other.
Right.
Yes.
It's okay if it's mutual.
Yes, mutual.
Exactly.
Now, if it's deceptive, now we got problems, right? So if you've got one person who thinks, oh, I'm in a relationship and he's so sweet and he's hanging out, he's eating my chili girl, he must love me. And then he's just like, yeah, you know what? As soon as February hits, I'm up out this month. You know, so we need to be on the same page about what's going on.
Communication.
Communication. is
Communication.
key. Honesty.
I think the best
Honesty.
communication is typically no communication.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See, Jen's the one kicking
I'm
him
not
out.
asking
That's
these
right.
questions. Like, I don't understand the whole, what are we
Because you don't
doing?
care.
I don't.
That's why you're not asking.
But what
the
if he
question.
does?
What if he asked the question?
What if you said, so Jennifer, what you're saying is you don't set the parameters up front?
I don't.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Well, if you ask, I always say, if you want to hear the blatant truth, ask me a question. So people know that I'm very honest. So don't ask me a question you don't want the answer to. Like, one dude was like, when was the last time you had sex? I was
Yesterday.
like, 2 days ago. Don't ask me no fucking questions.
Nope.
But
What
what I'm
sign
saying,
are you, Jen?
I said, she's like a little voice in your head every time you say something. She backs it up with the little, you don't even hear it.
I heard
What I'm
you
saying
say
is,
so.
if you are hanging out with a cat and you already know this is probably just cuffing season, love, or this is just a random, or this is a one timer, why don't you have that conversation beforehand
Or what?
so he's aware
I
to
just-
cut off bullshit on the back end?
I don't think it's going to be any bullshit in the background because we haven't even held this conversation. So if he comes to me later, I'm going to be like, we didn't establish where we were going to be exclusive. So why?
Because he's asking now. He's asking because you left the door open where he thought that was a possibility.
Well,
You pulled a Bruno Mars. You left the door open.
You left the door open. If you let me know up front,
leave the door open.
I'ma leave the door open. As Gina said, if you tell me right now I'm the after party, this is my after party. You the after party book?
I am not. I don't like holding uncomfortable conversations.
You gonna have them eventually.
Yeah, it's gonna be real uncomfortable.
So you
Once
might.
he thinks-
It's better up
You're
front.
right. I just had one last week.
See,
So
Check
just
you
cut
out.
that shit off at the pass.
Jen,
No,
player. Look,
I'm not doing it, y'all.
Say what you think about that.
I'm saying, oh wow,
I know, right? He's like, damn.
really, like,
And Jen, you're a Leo, huh?
well, I mean, that's who she is.
I was almost a
when
Leo.
it comes down to situation as such. Now, I don't, necessarily agree with that because I think that you should have conversations to set the parameters. I mean, just leaving it open and one is thinking one thing and you're thinking another.
But isn't
then
it
when
always
you're not-
open though? In the beginning, it's always open.
I
So
mean,
let's say me and you
it
start
could.
hanging out. In the beginning, it's open. We just hanging out.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
It could lead to marriage, or we could just be effing. So why are we setting parameters and we just said hello?
No, not setting parameters. Whereas this is what we get ready to do. It's more so the question could be, what exactly are you looking for? Because you might have an individual that knows exactly what he looks for.
So my answer to that is, I don't know what I'm looking for until I know you. You could be a bum ass nigga, and so maybe I just want some penis.
Objectively,
but once you figure that out,
thank you.
Objectively,
he's not saying what you know. He's not asking what do you want from me. What do you want in general?
Period.
Where's your headspace at?
Like,
are you not looking for a man?
Right.
Are you open to a relationship?
It depends on the man.
she's trying to sample the D.
That's fair.
Not sample the D. Sample the man. Because to me, in order to determine what is gonna be. What is this cuffing gonna be? I have to get to know the man. And so I don't know what we're gonna do. I think it's a dumb question. I hate that question. What are you looking for? I don't know.
You do know.
Let me see your W-2. And then let me see your W-2.
The question isn't what you want from me. What are you looking for in general? You are in a headspace where it says, I'm not even looking for a relationship. I'm just out here having fun. Now I know.
I would not say that. I would say that if I met Mr. Wonderful, maybe I would be in a relationship.
Hold on, I want to respond to something Michelle said real quick. She said, ain't nobody gonna go full hump if you tell them this ain't going nowhere. Michelle Edmonds, I completely disagree. If you take the shackles off, if you take the shackles off me and let me know this ain't going nowhere, you getting the best 10 seconds, 12 seconds of your life.
Last week it was 3 minutes. We done went down to 12 seconds.
I'm going. I get old.
Down.
What I'm saying is, I have been, and brothers of my ilk have said the same. You cannot get the quality A plus D. Because I know that shit makes you crazy. So you get my C plus, at best B effort.
Conception that men have.
It's not I've seen it happen.
Yeah, well, that's some women though. Every woman is not gonna go crazy.
I'm not saying every woman is. I don't want to roll the fucking dice. But if you come up to me and tell me I'm only in for this, bet. I won't believe you.
Right.
They'll never believe it. They never believe it. And then they're like, why don't you love me?
Yeah.
Because you
Look at
are
Michelle's
not
like, that's the garbage. I love you,
material. You are just penis.
Well, sometimes if you hang in there, right, your mind can be changed. So there can be people that you are, I don't know anything about this, but I'm going to give it a try. And then it can go left or right. It can go, hell no. Like, I've seen too much and I just don't. Or it can be, you know what? I could actually really have a relationship with this guy, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's why it's almost best on one hand to not have such an early conversation because you don't put yourself in a place. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, once you see it going in a direction, it's probably better to kind of flag it if they ask you, if you know that like, nah, dude, your feet stink and I can't with you or whatever it is.
We froze Gina, by the way, but they can still hear us.
Okay.
They can still hear us. We good. Y'all are good, but they just can't. They can hear us. They just can't see us.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm froze with my hands up, like
oh.
Don't shoot.
No, my head just turned. Look.
No, you're good.
You're good. We're frozen.
We're frozen.
Oh, okay.
We frozen.
As long as Cedric and I are not frozen.
That's all we care about over here.
We just hosted.
It's all about me.
That's right. Y'all the talent. We just in here.
Oh, he's a Libra.
You're a Libra.
So you just had a birthday, or is it coming up?
September 23rd.
Just had it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm a Virgo.
Okay,
y'all
baby.
Are mean.
August.
Y'all are mean people.
We are not. We are the sweetest.
Oh my god.
We are the nicest people on earth. How are we? When's your birthday? Is what specifically?
August 4th.
Oh, you're an early. Okay, so you're an early August. I'm an August Virgo.
Yeah, you're mean.
Which means, I'm sorry. Have I been mean so far?
I don't know the real you.
Wow. You're getting the real her.
You pretty much are getting the real.
You're getting
me.
the real her.
Yeah.
I think people always mistake. And I tell people, that's why when I asked you what your sign was, when you said, don't ask me questions if you don't really want to know the answer. And that's kind of my thing. I'm like, do you want, and I've told my friends, like my friends are sharing problems. I'll be like, do you want my opinion or not? Because you don't have to have it. You can just vent. And I'm happy to stay quiet.
Sometimes people just want you to listen.
And I'm perfectly happy to do that.
Fucking Virgos
give
not gonna listen.
Options.
Brian Foster is never just gonna listen. He's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Well, he's hosting, so he's not supposed to.
No, I don't mean in this case. I mean, if you call Brian Foster with a problem, he's not going to be like, oh, okay, I'm just listening. He is going to give an opinion because Virgos are mean.
But you've got to know what to call us for.
Yeah. First of all, I'm a man, so I want to fix it, right? That's just my nature. And I'm a Virgo. And I'm me. So these three things piled on top of each other.
Like, what does Ludacris say?
I'ma
Bitch,
pray
I'm
for
me.
you.
I'm the goddamn
I'ma
reason
pray
you
for
in
you,
VIP.
Allison. Allison, I'm praying for you.
And she's watching too. Hey, baby.
Ludacris is a Virgo.
Yeah,
by the way.
Allison.
I know.
Yeah, Luda's a Virgo.
Yeah, but you know what you're getting into. So if you don't really want my opinion, or
Don't ask.
Don't ask. Or set up like this. Can you just hear me out? I'm not looking for an opinion. I'm not looking for a fix. I just want to vent. I can sit back and listen.
Yeah.
To an extent.
You need a preference. You need a
Till,
preference.
until you say some just out the wall bullshit, then I gotta be like, all right, hold on, wait now, come on, man. I'm here to save your soul. Don't do it. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
I'm here to help because we're efficient.
We are efficient. We are efficient.
Because y'all mean as fuck.
Well, whatever.
I'm sorry. How have we got? Man, now we're mean as
I
fuck.
don't know. I was like, what? Yeah,
Where
we
did
just
it come
mean,
from?
mean as fuck. What have I ever been mean?
Well, not to me.
Blunt? Yes.
Oh, well, I'm blunt.
Blunt.
Mean? Never.
And you know, people always accuse me of having no filter, and I'm just like, oh, if you were in my head, babe.
Hey, yo, I know everybody. I know we are. Me and Gene are frozen on
We're
our
frozen,
side.
we're
We know, but
frozen.
you can hear us.
Brian still has his hand up.
Just
We
I
are
know. There you go.
working it through.
There you go. I was
Okay,
gonna get said.
now-
I was gonna get said and Jen. Me and we
Jen's
gonna be
happy
voices
now
in the
'cause she
back.
gets more of the script. She's
That's
like,
all right.
Yes, you know how Leo's
Leo's
are.
a look at me.
Look at me. Look at me.
I just need set to get frozen and it can just be
Then it said that you
All
would
of
love.
it. Why don't you move over here?
Right.
So that Jen can have the entire camera all to herself.
Youngest of 5.
Yeah,
Yes, we are
Leo. My dad's a Leo. Some of my best friends.
All right, we hold on. Who's the best sign to cuff? I'm just talking shit. That wasn't even one.
Yeah,
I
who
don't know.
knows?
I don't know
Scorpios.
about
I
signs.
don't know. I don't know
Maybe
shit about
Scorpios.
signs.
They're
I'm
the
talking
sexual
crap.
ones.
That's what.
Wait, what
Ooh,
birthday?
this is the-
Where does that fall?
This is the one time I'm a.
That's November.
November?
October. Well, is it October, November? I think it's
It's
October, November.
It's
I
like
don't
end of
think I've
October to the
ever-
end of November.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever had a Scorpio.
That might be what you need for cuffing season.
Maybe.
You should
know
go hunting
what?
for one of
I'm
those.
about to find me one.
If you,
know what?
okay,
I
we
like
have an
Gene.
audience. If you are a Scorpio and you need a cuffing partner,
Don't be broke or dumb.
right? No idiots.
No broke.
No brokies.
Don't be sick.
And nobody. If you think you might have a stroke over the next couple
Right.
months,
No erectile
say
dysfunction.
no.
We back, baby. They can see us again.
Oh,
G.
damn.
They can see us again.
Damn,
Michelle, I completely
Gina.
disagree.
Damn,
Virgos
Gina, right.
are romantic and expressive because
That's
I
right.
am that
What
dude.
Michelle is that?
Michelle Edmonds, my girl, M.
Whatever.
Edmonds. All right, hold on. We got to get back on track. We got to get
Okay,
back on track.
okay,
We got to get back on track. I love when we get off track though, but we only got
Tangents
we only got
are
like
fun.
maybe 15 more minutes.
Okay.
So we've all admitted we have cuffed,
We've
and we've all admitted that we've probably been cuffed.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when you get uncuffed, and not when you're doing the uncuffing,
Right.
when you've been released, when the shackles have come off, and all of a sudden those calls stop getting answered, Jen's gonna act like this never happened to me. Yes, it has. Calls aren't getting answered. Texts are slow to respond.
Mm-hmm.
How do you react to this?
Well, you don't. It depends on how you feel about your cuffing partner. So if it's a mutual thing and you're both ready to be released back into your hot girl and hot boy summer, then you're like, okay, we can go back to the after party. If that's what you want to do. But if if you've grown accustomed to that person being around and you're like, well, I think we could do this, then it kind of sucks to be uncuffed and now you're like, but wait, I still want cuff, like I still like the cuff. What's up? You could be in for a rude awakening come April, May.
So how do you handle it? What do? You just accept it? Do you fight for that love that you
Why
feel?
bother to fight for that? Because if somebody, here's the way I feel about it. If someone has spent that much time with you and doesn't see the value in being with you, there's no point in groveling for it. There's no point in like fighting for it. I mean, they need to be, especially if it's a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I am of the opinion that men do not appreciate what they don't work for. And so, therefore, I'm not here to, make you realize my value if you don't, You're
You
just
know what?
you're
I
just
like
setting
her.
yourself up. You're on the side piece train. That's not where you want to be.
First of all, I'm gonna shake your hand because that's exactly right. Second of all, ladies, delete this part of the podcast. I do not want her spilling the truth about how we operate and how we think. This part never happened.
Hilarious.
I mean, but it's true. Like, what do we look like? Being like, but why aren't you coming? Oh, I mean, no one likes that. That just reduces your respect for us. And sometimes the removal of ourselves makes you realize how badly you want to be cuffed. So I'm just saying.
Preach.
That's all I'm saying.
To a degree.
Say
Okay,
it.
so
Counterpoint this.
What you got?
Yeah,
Fight for us, said.
No, I mean, on my end, if I was one being uncuffed, I need some answers, you know? I would ask questions like, what's going on? I would probe, you know? Like, I need to know what's going on. Because if we done all of this, and then all of a sudden, and I know I ain't do nothing. I know I ain't do a doggone thing. So what's up with you?
Are you sure?
Maybe that's the problem.
I know I ain't did shit.
I knew that's exactly the
I know
thing.
I ain't did shit.
Exactly.
So I need to know what's going on.
Wait, hold on. So is the problem that he knows he didn't do shit?
Or
like
he didn't do shit.
Or he didn't do
He
shit.
didn't do shit.
Maybe he didn't do enough shit.
Not that I didn't do shit, but
Yeah.
I ain't do shit.
Gotcha.
Nothing for you to say. Nothing for you to say. Hey, I'm uncuffing
How
you.
you just know you
You getting a
didn't do
standing
shit?
ovation, by the
Oh,
way,
I
G.
know.
I am.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
you are.
Yay.
So I would inquire. I would need to know what's going on, right? And then on the other end, as far as you know, the woman removing themselves. I mean, do we work? Do we respect it more if we work harder for it? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that to a certain extent. But my thing is that, hey, we y'all got to work for us too. We prize this too, and that's the whole thing about it. I just want to state that to the world.
Yeah, but don't.
Respect your penis, gentlemen. It's a prize.
Our prizes
Y'all
too.
ain't prizes.
So-
Respect your penis,
Yeah,
gentlemen.
Don't listen to him.
Listen to me clearly. We
Y'all
are
ain't
prizes too.
prize.
So if you're gonna work for her, make sure she works for you too, and y'all working for each other. Point blank and simple. Sustain.
Yeah, but when everyone's done working,
Right.
you know, when she's done working,
Well,
Or maybe he
I don't know.
or maybe he's done working.
It could be. I could be. But I'm just going to your point as far as men respect it more if they have
Yeah.
to work
So,
for it.
but my perspective was if it were me,
Mm-hmm.
and we were cuffing, and the guy decides I'm going on my merry way and I'm going to continue my hot boy summer,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm not going to keep working for that
Okay.
because he's already told me.
No matter how you feel.
He's told me. Well, he's told me
matter
where
how
he
you
wants to
feel.
be.
Gotcha.
Right, because I don't. That's wasting effort. That's effort displaced. Like you could be putting that effort into a person who's really excited about you and wants to be with you. Right. So you're only hurting yourself. So if someone's not working for you, then there's no point in just save your self-respect. Right, and go with the person who, you'll find a person who is equally excited about you. I mean, it sounds, and it seems like when you're in that position, it seems like, well, who's that? Like, what? That just leaves me in the lurch. But I mean, I said this, a couple weeks ago. If your hands are full, you can't receive. So, release and let go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And the summer's approaching, and you're gonna have fun with your friends anyway.
This is hello. Don't cut your fun off
Right.
trying to work for somebody who doesn't care.
Exactly.
This is not the way you want to spend your
Can't
time.
be bad at that. All right, now our radio gentleman's going to say, I've never been uncuffed. Come on.
Honestly, I haven't. Okay.
Tony, I'm sorry.
no,
Tony, I'm
no.
sorry.
Okay, the Corona Bay, he did all of a sudden stop talking to me. I thought maybe he died or something. Like
Oh,
low
hell
key.
no.
He had to have died.
I mean, because he was trying so hard, and then all of a
You
sudden,
guys think of that. He's
poof.
like, fuck that.
So maybe he's dead, but
He's not dead.
he wished me a happy birthday, so
That's
I know
nice.
that he remembered my birthday, and I almost said to him, "Hey, what happened to you?" But I didn't want to start back up because I knew I wasn't really interested in him in the first place.
Well, he felt that. That's why he left.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was trying really hard prior.
Yeah, but you gave him the impression that
I didn't give him the
stop it.
impression. I flat out said, "You too
But
old for
see,
me."
the thing is, you never know where someone's boundaries are, right? You probably crossed a boundary, and he just didn't feel the need to tell you. He just kept it moving.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Even though he's still like, if he remembers your birthday, he still
I know.
holds
I
you
was
in
like,
regard.
Look, this man wished me a happy birthday.
Took his time out of schedule to
And
wish you.
he's
happy
an
birthday.
alpha, so you know how great you alphas are.
Absolutely.
As long as you know it.
Whatever.
There you are.
6.
So, okay, Jen, let's imagine in this
Imagine.
crazy world that you were digging somebody and you got uncuffed. How would you react? What would you do?
I think that I would, depending on how close we are to the summer, I probably would just let it go. I have a lot of pride. I'm a little vain too, so I just would assume again like he's dead or something's wrong with him. And like, oh, well, maybe he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
I cannot.
And he
Why are
didn't
you
want
killing
me to-
everybody that is not talking to you
He
anymore?
didn't
be
want
dead
me
if they don't wanna be with
watch
you.
him suffer.
Oh, wow.
So he released me out to freedom. So no, I don't. I think that it would bother me. I would say. I mean, for a while, I would be in my head. I'm very introspective. Like, did I do something? Like, what happened? But I have so much pride that I would not reach out to him. I write in my journal when, like, if I want to reach out to a man, I'll go write in my journal like, Brian, I hate you. And so instead of actually physically calling you and saying, I hate you.
That's how you release it.
That's how I release it. It's very effective. Very effective tool, ladies.
It's better than like drunk texting.
Oh my God.
Nigga, I can't stand
Right.
you. It's like, what did I just say?
Why did you leave me? Why did you write it in the journal?
Wake up
Hey.
in the morning like, shit.
And you know what? You know how cars have the breathalyzers? If your phone should have them.
I
Right.
swear to
Phone
you.
should have.
It
You got to
really
blow into that
should.
joint before you can send a
Swear.
text and make a call.
Yeah.
And it should be able to detect alcohol or marijuana.
Yep.
Because
Either one.
both are stimulants to
Both
keep
are
you.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call your boy,
Right.
or whatever. But any
Certain numbers.
certain numbers are just blocked. You can't even do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but trouble.
Yep.
If I got uncuffed, I'm trying to think. If I got uncuffed and I was feeling this person, right? Like I thought this cuffing season had brought us to a new
What's
place.
the thing?
Yeah. And now, the new season of Blackish has started, and I ain't heard from your black ass.
Right.
That was like our thing. We were
Right.
watching Blackish, and now we're not. Yeah, I'm pride. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm prideful. I would probably reach out a couple of times.
Via
that's what.
text, you're just gonna send a text.
What's our main method of communication?
Probably text.
If it's texting, I send a few texts. Maybe I make one call, and if that's not responded, then you're right. I get the hint, right?
Now,
But
is this cold turkey or have you now been relegated to after party?
No. This is cold. I'm thinking cold turkey.
You're thinking
Yeah.
you've been uncuffed and let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. If I've got pushed back to after party, like I said, I don't know why I keep bringing this after party. I'm still. No, I'm out. I'm just out the picture. I'm done.
Right,
I'm out.
okay.
I'm out the picture. Yeah, that's hurtful. That's stinging.
It
If
is.
It is.
If
It hurts your ego.
if you care,
If
you know,
care.
if you care, that is stinging. But
Even
I
if
agree.
you don't care though, you wonder what happened. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, what happened with me? Even if you don't care, you wonder, like, why did this dude drop me like a hot potato?
And you would put it on yourself.
I think that most people would assume that it was something with like something. Well, at least most women is going to be like, well,
I was gonna say that.
yeah.
Most women.
What happened with me? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't necessarily put it on me.
Me either.
I would say, okay, so I was a season, because some people in your life for a season and a reason, right? And I was in for a season, and that season is past. I wouldn't necessarily jump to she got another nigga, or I wasn't good enough in bed, or whatever. I would just be like, our time has passed, and she's gone on to another. Now, what I would respect though is a conversation.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
I need that.
And
I mean, you wanna
think
feel
it's just
respect.
I need that.
disrespectful when it's not a conversation. Like, how do
it
you
is.
not?
But one will always say they're not obligated to give you an explanation.
Obligated? No.
Not at all.
I think it's a
respect
it's
thing.
a respect.
Decency.
Yeah, it's a decency
Decent
respect
Right.
thing. I've also on the flip side of that coin said what I've heard from women is if I give you any conversation, any attention, that leaves the door open in your head, and I can't get rid of you.
Absolutely.
So I got to disappear. It's the only way I can get away.
It's the bad result. You know what I mean?
What are
Bad
you, a
thinking.
psycho killer? Like,
Yeah,
what?
you know.
I'm just telling you what I hear.
I don't understand that.
If I have a conversation with you, even I think this and blah blah blah. Even if you killed like you dead it, he's still like, I don't know if she mean that shit. All I gotta do is get her to McCormick and Schmitz. She'll be there. But if you just disappear, I guess the thing is easier, and he'll just kind of accept
you
it and
can't
stop
get
trying
mixed
after a while.
messages.
Yeah, I don't believe as an adult you should be ghosting people.
I don't think you should be, but
shouldn't.
I think people do it all
I
the
don't think so.
time.
They
All
do.
the time.
They do it all the time.
And a lot of people just don't want to send mixed messages. Like, I would like to stay friends, but if we stay friends, if we stay in contact.
What's wrong with this? Is just not working. What's wrong with that?
Right.
What's wrong
I
with
don't
this not
like
working?
you anymore.
Not that.
Okay, that
I mean, okay.
But
Jeff.
like,
Okay,
you know,
Okay, no, I didn't say that.
I want to
not
go a
that.
different
I would
route.
never say that. That's when I would say,
I don't like
it's
your
not
ass.
you, it's me.
Okay, well, what's
No,
that?
don't give me that shit.
Yeah,
That is a famous line, and it works.
And it's the same
It's
shit
not
as I don't like you anymore.
It's me. I'm not ready. You want something that I don't.
That
Works every time.
Wait.
She's like,
You
I've
want
used
something
it
that I don't
150
is
times.
different. It's not you, it's me. Don't give me that
That's
cliche.
what it is.
Yeah,
because
that's a
it's
cliche.
It's not you. It's me not being ready for what you want.
No.
that's-
You're not
it's
ready for
not
what I
you.
want because you don't want me.
No.
So it is me.
No,
That's what
it's
we
not
hear.
You.
Well, this
You
loops
just
us
said
back.
earlier.
It's me.
Yeah, I know. Don't give me that shit.
That loops us back to early conversations when you start the whole
ain't
cuffing
having
thing.
no-
Because I don't believe in asking people, what are we doing? I've never had that
I
conversation.
am never having that.
I don't really, because realistically, as a woman, I feel like men, and I've had 3 legitimate stalkers, okay? Legitimate. And I will tell you, and they're crazy. But I will tell you that, having 3 stalkers and seeing the kind of ways that people can get at you if they really want to, a man will tell you who you are to him, right? You don't need to ask any questions. You will know. So just don't even have that conversation. Do not
I
have
agree.
that conversation.
I agree.
If you
What
ever
are
feel
we
yourself
doing?
asking, what are we
What
doing?
am I to
you
you?
know what you're doing. You
Right.
ain't doing
You
shit.
fucking.
So just keep it moving.
Right. That's why
okay.
you shouldn't just have one.
Thing two, if you ask somebody, the better question to ask somebody is, what do you want for yourself? It isn't, what do you want from me? It's what do you want for yourself? If what you want for yourself is, okay, well, one day I want to, because you take yourself out of the equation, right? Like I want to.
Now, I can tell you very much what I want for myself. That has nothing to do with you.
Right. That's my point. So if you ask somebody early, like, what do you want for yourself? So if I'm a woman who wants to get married and have kids, and I ask a man, what do you want for yourself? Well, I can see myself living the single life and blah, blah, blah. Well, what that means is that what I want for myself and what you want for yourself are not on the same plane, right? So you can save yourself some trouble by asking that question.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so this is as always an awesome conversation. We are just about at time. I want to hit a couple of points before we leave. You wanting a cuffing partner is evolutionary. Wanting physical contact is built-in survival instinct, and winter is a notoriously dangerous time as far as survival goes.
That's true.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Interesting. Hold on. Hit you with a couple of more things. Hold on.
I need a brother that can shovel my snow.
That's Skin hunger. Skin hunger describes the extent to which you crave sensual touch.
Yes.
In the fall, as your body is biologically preparing for the cold, you may be more drawn to cuddling than usual. It's easy to confuse our need for nurturing touch with an explicit desire for sexual or romantic touch. That is, maybe sometimes when you think you want a blowjob, what you really need is a fucking hug.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, because those two are confused all the time.
All the time.
No, there are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That statement is true.
As an adult, you need touch, nurturance to feel safe too. When a friend rubs your back as you're crying, don't you feel soothed? That's because touch lowers cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress, and triggers the release of oxytocin, the hormone involved in physiological processes
Labor.
like reproduction and orgasm and childbirth and breastfeeding and, yes, interpersonal bonding.
See?
Hold on.
There's so many times and I just want to hug, but men just can't hug you.
You got to figure out, is your body craving sensual touch or sexual activity or both? How will you communicate your needs to a potential partner? We've talked about this, conversation and communication. Are you prepared to reevaluate your relationship when spring blossoms into view? I think we've already decided that, yes, Jen is dumping all of them.
They gone.
That's not true.
But we still, as we've all said, we still owe it to our partners and ourselves to form thoughtful, respectful, accountable relationships, even if they'll be over in 6 months.
Absolutely.
So I think that the last thoughts on this are cuffing season is a thing. Cuffing season can be healthy in a certain way, but what you need to do is set your parameters and your boundaries up front, and then be willing to renegotiate them when cuffing season is over. Everybody might not get what they want.
Right.
You might both go your separate ways and say, cuffing season, boom, that was great, girl. Somebody might want something different, but be open, honest, and be willing to have those communications, Jennifer, so everybody's on the same page
Went
when
full
it's
Jennifer on
done. Because Jennifer's already said she ain't having that conversation. Or she going to bullshit you with this, not you, it's me. Hey, y'all. Another episode of In the Zone Podcast. Thank you, my guests, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Week Ho Wednesdays is next.
Woo!
This is the most popular show on the network.
Hey.
right.
If you ain't never watched, just hang out for 10 minutes, come back, go get something to drink, take a potty break, come, get you a plate of popcorn.
Get a shot of something.
Get you a couple of shots or a couple of smokes, a couple of toasts. Come on back. They are amazingly hilarious and funny and insightful, and they're going to tell you what it's all about. And if we go Wednesday, don't tell you what you in store for, then I don't know what to tell you.
They're the truth.
In His Own Podcast, we are back next week. Hold on. Let me tell you real fast
Check
what
me
we're
out
talking
on Chris
about.
the Critic next week, too.
Chris the Critic, 6 o'clock every
Every
before
Wednesday.
us. Right before us, every Wednesday. Gina don't get to talk as much on that show, so you better have enjoyed it.
I know, right?
Damn.
I get steamrolled on that
Gina.
one. Exactly.
Damn, Gina.
Damn, Gina is right.
Next week, we are circling back to our movie. Jennifer, crack about to our movie.
Sorry.
I love my movies, but we're not gonna do a movie. We're gonna do Sam Jackson, his career.
Dope.
We're gonna talk about his
gonna
whole
hear
career in a retrospective and discuss it. It's me, it's Jamil, it's Tehran, and it's Carson. So give us a shout next
Hey.
week, right back here, 7 o'clock. What's in it for the Black People Network? Love y'all. Peace and love. Be safe out there. We'll see you soon.
WIIFTV PM.
WIIFM